I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Well, good morning. Next I have is the approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
BJ's not here today. I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Now is the approval of the minutes of May 31st.
I will approve the minutes from May 31st.
I will second those. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Now approval of claims for...
You have another set, June 5th?
Ooh, I forgot about those.
Oh, all right. So I'll make a motion to approve the June 5th meeting minutes.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Now I have is the approval of claims for payment totaling $89,540.55.
I'll make a motion to approve the June 7th claims for payment.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Am I loud enough back there? I don't know if I was speaking loud enough or not. I'm sorry.
Till the fan goes on.
Okay. Next is the auditor's monthly report.
Okay. I will make a motion to approve the auditor's monthly report of fees collected in the amount of $940.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. This is for the month of May. Any other discussion?
We purchased a new passport camera and printer this month because our other one went kaput, and they come down significantly in price, so they'll be paid for within a month.
Oh, that's nice.
So, yeah, actually this month made up for it because it only cost like $350.
Really?
Yeah, and I think our first one cost like $1,500 or $1,600.
Hmm.
Oh, gosh. Okay, good.
Doing a lot of passports.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next I have is a RICO order agreement. And this is for DHS, so
Yes.
that we can bill them and then we can pay the payments and turn around and reimburse it back, or they reimburse us back for it. Is that correct?
That's the short version.
Okay.
They ordered a copier and they weren't under our copy for their umbrella, whatever. So they got their own. And we pay their bills, and at the end of the year, we get money back for supporting DHS.
All right, I'll go ahead and make a motion to approve the RICO order agreement.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Now I have is a change of status conservation.
I don't know. Oh, here it is. I'm out of order. I'll make a motion to approve the employee change of status for Trevor Stockdale. It's a hiring of temporary part-time, or temporary seasonal part-time, is a resource intern in the Conservation Department. He's gonna work for 6 weeks at Hawkins to help set the museum, or get the museum finished. And it's effective May 30th.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Now I have a solution support agreement. Mikey, you want to talk about that one?
Yes, this is just our annual agreement for software and services that we sign with Solutions every year.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the support agreement between Hardin County and Solutions for the fiscal year July 1st, 2017 through June 30th, 2018.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Now I have is appointment to Veterans Affairs Board.
Okay, we got an email from Don Orville. And it's Bonnie Wiedeker that is going off, or her term is up, and she is willing to serve another 3-year term. So I would make a motion to reappoint her for the 3-year term on the Veterans Affairs Board.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is appointment to Greenbelt Home Care Board.
Also, Diana Rule's term is up on the Greenbelt Home Care Board, and so she does not want to be reappointed. So we have spoken with Diane Haywood, and she's willing to serve on the Greenbelt Home Care Board. So I would make the motion to appoint Diane Haywood of Eldora to replace Diana Rule on the Greenbelt Home Care Board.
Is she Eldora Union?
Eldora.
Okay.
The other one's Diana.
Okay. I will second that motion. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next is the appointment to the Board of Health.
The Board of Health has decided to increase the number of members on its board. It was a 5-member board, and they wish to increase that to 7, which the Code of Iowa allows. So I will make, I guess I don't know what the proper thing is here. It's going to be Mary Pisney is going to be appointed. She's been on the board previously, and she's willing to serve. And then myself, so I don't know if I should appoint myself.
You're
Okay.
already listed on.
I was just the board's liaison
Right.
to the Board of Health. Now I'll be an actual voting member.
Okay, and so that would come off then as a rep to the Board of Supervisors?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll be an
Okay.
actual board member.
All right, thank you.
So if it's appropriate, is it appropriate for me to appoint myself?
Can we
Or do you
table
wanna
it?
make that
Can we
motion?
table this until next week? Or I can make the motion.
Yeah, I think you could. So I'll make the motion to appoint Mary Pisney as the 6th member on the Board of Health.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. And then the 7th appointment, I will make a motion to approve Renee McClellan to be the board member, the appointed board member.
So I'll second that.
It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Now, I have item number 13, which is an application for fireworks permit.
Okay, we have an application for fireworks permit from the Ballvance family. It's Larry Ballvance and Lynn Ballvance. The date that the display will take place is June 10th, 2017 at 26697 250th Street in Eldora. It's in the pasture and wide open spaces. So I will make a motion to approve this application.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Just a reminder, if we are in a burn ban, the planned date of your fireworks display, this permit is void.
Right.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next I have is item 14, which is Becca and Software Services Contract Agreement.
This is an agreement for services related to our conversion to Tyler. So this will be the person that will be responsible for the extraction of the AS400 data that Tyler will turn around and import into their system. So she'll be working both with us and she'll be working with Tyler.
When will that happen?
After this agreement is signed, I'm hoping we'll have a first extraction in July. They're anxious to, if not early June, or
Get
I'm
started.
sorry, in June, if not early July. because they want to get their hands on it just to see what they're working with as soon as
Right.
possible.
Okay.
Yep. And she's already done some preliminary review and looking around just in order for her to give us a proposal.
Okay. All right, so I'll go ahead.
And she will bill, I'm sorry,
Right.
invoices, this is a vote for the whole project, but she'll invoice us kind of in installments as the work is done.
Okay. All right, I will make a motion to approve the service contract agreement with Becca IT and Software Services, LLC.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Next I have is approval of the fiscal year 2017-18 salaries. At this time, I'm not ready to do this, but it is your choice.
Well, I know I've had conversation with Lynn Adams, and they've also done a salary study within the mental health and or community services regions. So he's asked that we omit him if we do approve the rest of them. So this is
We put that on there because there's several departments who haven't responded to Kelly, and we thought maybe if it was on the agenda with blanks, that would kind of poke them,
okay.
to get the information in.
And there were some that were wrong on here too. So, yeah, I wasn't,
According to who, I mean, you know what I mean?
right.
So did she get the information from the?
No, there's blanks on there for
Still,
those that
yeah.
have not turned them in.
Okay. All right.
The thing is, the longer that we go with no numbers, the longer she waits to input the data for the July 1st starting
Can
date.
she enter that though before the last payroll?
She can have it organized and ready to go, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, she can't enter it into the computer.
Okay.
But it would be nice if the data was collected in a timely manner so
It
that,
would be nice if our study results were received.
well, I think you're getting them on the 21st. That's what I think.
I talked to Paul, he might have them next week also, as of this morning.
I think the discussion of them will be on the 21st when he's here.
And
Okay.
I'm guessing that's maybe why some of these people aren't turning them in. I don't know. I guess also if they haven't turned them in, maybe they would just be frozen what they were or what we decided in the budget.
Just kind of what we were thinking.
Okay. All right, so I will make a motion to table the salaries for fiscal year 18.
I have a question. So,
Let me
even-
second that, we're in a motion. I'll go ahead and second that motion. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
Yes. How is that gonna work, even the salaries you do have? Let's say you approve it next week even, and then we have the salary survey discussion. Are we going to change salaries then? And approve a new salary list, or?
I'm not sure, I mean, personally, I guess I'm not sure that that's gonna be able to happen right away. I mean, we need to look at what the effects of the survey are gonna
Okay.
cause. I mean, if there's supposed to be huge jumps and there's not the money to do them, we're gonna have to do it kind of progressively. I don't foresee that, but just saying, if it's gonna be a high dollar amount and the money's not there, it's gonna take some negotiating, and so I'm not even sure, even if we get the salaries next week, I'm not sure that we can get it by July 1st. Now, it can be, if it's later in July, we can always figure that back, so that, you know, we can give the jumps that,
So this is
we
just
can
so we
afford.
can keep moving forward and make sure everyone gets
Right.
paid something July 1st.
Exactly.
Okay.
Any other discussion?
So are you approving the salary list next week?
I don't know.
I think we need to. So there's
I
something
talked
to
to
start.
I talked to Kelly on that. Yes, earlier is better. I talked to Paul Groof, who's doing the work study, thinking he could have it to us by next week. I want to know more next week.
But I'm not trying to be argumentative, but Renee's, what she just said actually proves what I'm saying. If we aren't going to implement the salary study right away because we don't know what it is and we don't know if the money is there, why are we not approving the salary list like we normally do and moving forward until we get to that point where we know we can implement it? I mean, we're all waiting for something to happen that we don't know when it's gonna happen. It could happen on the 21st, it could happen on the 18th of July, it could happen on the 20th of August.
It has to be in play before July payroll.
It doesn't
If
have to, does
if
it?
it's not in play, if he doesn't have it for us by then yes, I agree with you, we need to move forward.
Right, but we can't wait till July 1, that's what I'm saying. So if you're going to table it, are you tabling it to the 14th, the 21st, the 28th? I mean, I sort of want a deadline set for those that haven't turned in their numbers to get us their numbers, regardless of whether or not the salary study is even in play. I want the numbers.
And I agree, just.
And it's
from-
not for people to know what they're getting for raises, they already know. It's for our office to do the work that they need to do.
Right. I mean, just from experience, they need it. And I just think even if we have the numbers from the survey next week, we're still gonna have to work with each department individually to adjust the people that need it and see if the money's there to do it. I'm not seeing that it's gonna happen by July 1st, so we can always do the raises later, but, if necessary, but it can be retroactive. You know, they would just be made up what they should have gotten in the first payroll in July, they'll get it, but it'll just be for the remainder of that.
The part we're avoiding to say here is if the study comes in and there are individuals, and I don't know if there aren't, that need to be frozen, if we go ahead with this pay study, they would get the raise and then it'd be implemented the following year. That's why I'm not trying to give you a deadline. I don't know.
I understand that. I'm just saying that,
But I believe that the department heads need to get this payroll in or look at a pay freeze if that's the case they're looking at. If they were all told to do this is what you're asking, we're sitting in at the board, if you haven't brought them in, then apparently you don't want them. Anything. Is that what, I mean, that's what you're asking? To get these department heads to get spiked up and
right, but I mean,
turn
what
them
I'm
in?
saying is if you don't tell me when you're tabling it till, then the people who haven't turned them in think that they have plenty of
Well, I
time
will
to
make,
get them turned in.
I personally
That's what
will
I'm
make,
saying.
Okay.
I personally will make a call to one department. And mental health, theirs are not in here. I
Right.
think they're waiting for their salary survey, and I'll tell them, you're gonna have to plug something in there.
Right.
So would you like it tabled till next week so that they would have them in?
That's what I'm asking you, so it's up
Okay.
to you. I just,
Because I think,
it gives a due date for these people to get them in, you know what I mean? And then
Okay.
Kelly can compile it again, you can approve it, disapprove it, whatever it is that you're gonna do with it, but at least we have a starting point that we know when July 1 hits, this is what we're going with in absence of the salary study being implemented.
right, and I think we built just a minimal pay increase in for all employees, non-union employees. And I think as far as I'm aware, this salary study includes, or the salary schedule that we're gonna be using also includes the cost of living increase.
It allows for
With
cost
just-
of living increase to
So,
run concurrently.
right, so if nothing else, the small amount we did include could be considered the cost of living increase. But you're right, some may need to be frozen,
If the study's done on time.
if, right. But it also has to be worked with their schedule to get the,
So would you like to amend your motion and put a date?
yes, I'll amend my motion to, table this until June 14th, in which we need to approve something.
That's your amendment? I'll second that amendment to make it June 14th. Motion on the amendment, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion on the tabling till now, June 14th. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you.
Next, I have is change of status, IRVM department, and I also have a change of status secondary roads department. They're both one motion. Is
Okay, I will make a motion to revoke change of status that was approved on May 17th on Skylar Clark, and he's being reassigned to the Secondary Roads Department effective June 10th as a temporary seasonal part-time laborer.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion?
I think he was previously moved from Secondary Roads to IRBM.
Yep.
And now he's being, that change of status is being revoked, and he's going back to Secondary Roads.
Great. And we'll
As
repost that position, or post it. I think there was some things that maybe weren't done right on my part, so we'll make
Okay.
sure we get it done, and get it done correctly.
Okay,
and this will be a temporary seasonal part-time position that he's.
That he's, yeah,
That he's filling
in the secondary
currently.
roads, yep.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Utility permits.
Should be some utility permits there.
Is there more than one?
You might have some under. You had them on the desk.
Well, I'll make a motion to approve the Hardin County utility permit application by Mid-American Energy Company for the purpose of boring, plowing a fiber optic cable along Hardin Road west of DD Avenue and DD Avenue, 105th Street, EE Avenue, and Hardin Road east of EE Avenue, located in sections 1 and 2 of Alden Township.
I'll second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. That is the only utility permit I saw there.
Is there more than one?
That's all I had, just that one.
Oh, all right.
There's 3 copies of the one.
Oh,
sorry.
3 copies, but it's one. Okay, all right.
Secondary roads.
Yeah, the bridge on S-27 south of Alden is getting close, but there's lots of working days left, so
Do you know how many working days are left on that?
if there was no rain and the weather was all nice, they have till like the middle of August to get that job done.
Okay. I had a call on that the other day.
And,
Have they been there?
oh yeah, I mean, they're,
Oh, all right.
but that doesn't mean they have to be there every day. We can't force them to go and work every day. They have their scheduling and stuff to do, and I know that's frustrating when you live around there, but our hands are tied.
Right.
I mean, they're very close. The approaches have been poured, and Bruce broke a beam, and it's all good, so we're looking at building up they need to build the guardrail blisters up a little bit of dirt work, some revetment, guardrail, seed it.
Okay.
Those tasks won't take long themselves, but when they get done, it's a different story.
Yeah.
So,
It's more on the line, this crew, it's a separate crew that'll come along and do
Right.
this, and it's
Yeah.
how they schedule their time to get here.
yes,
And they know they have till the middle of August to get here.
yes.
Okay. From there, is there any other business? Julie?
Yes, in regards to last week's meeting when the board approved the matrix resolution, I'm just curious to know how the room could have been, so many seats could have been filled by Farm Bureau members, when apparently it was kind of a last minute change to the agenda that, shortly before the meeting, Renee, wasn't even kind of aware that that resolution was going to be on the agenda. So how did all those Farm Bureau members know about it and as far as to even have someone do, in construction have kind of prepared a statement. BJ said he would meet with me. He is conspicuous by his absence. He was supposed to set up a meeting with me, and he failed to do that. My point is, Iowa Farm Bureau, Hardin County Farm Bureau, knew about all this. They were here. The general public had no knowledge, and I find that disturbing.
My lack of knowledge could be that I didn't look at my agenda.
Oh, yeah,
In my
correct.
email,
Sure. 'Cause
in a
apparent-
timely manner.
Right.
As far as BJ meeting with you, I have no knowledge of that.
Oh,
Can't
I
speak
know.
for that,
But, the fact that it was put on the agenda apparently just before the deadline of having a notice, on the
but that's
agenda.
Tuesday,
Right,
morning.
right.
So,
But
and I evidently didn't look at it.
somebody had a heads up to it, so it's just disturbing. It's too bad. Thank you.
I could tell you I didn't contact them. I thought they were here from the week before on the questionnaire. The Farm Bureau, I thought they were here from the week before, this discussion from the week before on the questionnaire.
They were certainly prepared to address the resolution, though it appears that way. I just find
I don't
this,
think, did any of them comment on that?
the whole unfolding of, yes,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, thank you for that opportunity to speak.
Any other business? Hearing none, I can ask for adjournment.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I will second that. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We're adjourned. Thank you.